Hi everyone, it's Nick from Printerbase here. I thought we'd take a quick look at the shiny new Lexmark CS310dn machine. The first thing to mention is that this machine has a dual core processor, so if you send complex graphics and the like to the machine, you should notice a significant reduction in processing time compared to your existing printer. Print speed is up to a respectable 23 pages per minute. Resolution is quoted as 1200 by 1200 dpi with an enhancement mode taking it up to 2400 by 600 dpi. I'll be taking a look at print quality later. There's 256 megabytes of RAM on board, which you can expand to over 2 gig with Lexmark's reasonably priced memory modules if you ever feel the need. USB and network connectivity come as standard, and Lexmark even make a Wi-Fi accessory if required. PCL and PostScript emulation comes as standard, which means this machine will work on all typical operating systems. Plus, there's now a free download from Lexmark which adds AirPrint into the mix, so you can use this machine with your iPad without any need to download third-party print apps. There's a single sheet bypass feeder here at the front, and a 250 sheet paper tray as standard. Other options, which I don't have here to show you, are an additional 550 sheet duo tray. It's called a duo tray because there's also a 100 sheet multi-purpose feeder at the front of it for handling heavier paper, labels and other demanding media. Finally, you can sit the printer on your desk, on a custom made swivel cabinet or on a floor standing adjustable stand. We're now going to take a closer look at the machine. Before we have a look at this machine in action, I just want to take you for a bit of a walk around. So the CS310dn machine is not very deep, so it's going to sit nicely on your desk. But there is a chance that a sheet of A4 paper could potentially fall down the back, because you'll notice that it's only just sitting on the output tray. So what you can do is extend this flap here, and now there is no chance of that paper going down the back of the machine. So that's a nice little touch. Let's have a look at how to get to the consumables. So on the right hand side there's a switch which releases this door, and now you can see all the 4 toners. They are colour coded, they pull out very easily like so. When these are empty, get in touch with Printerbase, buy yourself a new one, and they will slot in very simply, and we can show you that in a second. So those are the 4 toners. Now there are other consumables. So if you pull the front down, you can now release this panel here by using these green switches. This is the waste toner bottle. There's more green switches here, just press them and it pops off like so. This is empty at the moment, but again, when it gets full, you would get in touch with Printerbase and buy yourself a new one. You also have the imaging kit here. Now this pulls out quite easily, but it will only come out to a certain point, and that's because this is a safety feature so that it won't fall out of the machine and get damaged. You release it by pressing down on this blue switch, and then it will come out all together. I'm going to lay that carefully down on the table. Now this is the imaging kit. Now as part of the imaging kit there are developers here. Now these pull out very easily, and you can see the drums or the imaging units behind the developer cartridge. Now you do get the choice of either just a black imaging kit, which comes with the 4 drums and just 1 black developer, or a colour and black imaging kit, which comes again with all the 4 drums and 4 developers. If you do mainly black and white printing, you only need to replace the black developer, so you just buy the black imaging kit. But if you do a lot of colour and mono printing, you would buy the full colour and black set. Get in touch with Printerbase when you need to buy new ones, and we can walk you through what exactly you need to buy. Let me put it all back together for you. Slotted correctly. As you can see, this is very straightforward to do. Need to align them correctly, there we go. Okay, and I want to just show you around the machine a bit further. So, at the front you'll see the single sheet bypass feeder here, and this is part of the 250 sheet paper tray. And if we look at the back of the machine now, it's quite a light machine, so you can lift it like so. There is the power socket here, there's network, and there's USB behind this little sticker. Once you've installed the software, peel the sticker off, I can show you it here, and there is the USB. Okay, and behind this sticker is a USB connection for the optional wireless interface that Lexmark manufacture for the machine. Again, if you need to have this machine Wi-Fi, get in touch with Printerbase and we can provide you with the adapter that connects into the machine there. Okay, I think that we've seen enough of the machine now, so let me just bring the machine round to the front. We'll get it plugged in and we'll show you it in action. Hi everyone, before we can print to the Lexmark CS310dn, we have to install the drivers. So I'm going to run that installation first because Lexmark wants us to do that bit before we plug the machine in because we're using USB. So let me just run that first. Now, while this is completing, I just want to talk to you a little bit more about the machine. When you first plug it in, the display is going to ask you to confirm the language that you want it to display in, the country that you come from, the time zone, the date and the time. Very, very straightforward to do. You just use the buttons on the front of the machine. Once you've done that, let me just press install on this and I'll continue. As you can see, it's very, very easy to do. I'm going to let this guide me through what to do. So I'll come back to that in a second. So once you've done that, we can install the paper. The paper tray will come like this. Now you'll have to extend it slightly. As you can see, there is a marking that says A4. So you just have to extend it to where it says A4 and extend these outwards to where it says A4 like so. Now once you've done that, you can actually get your A4 paper and load it like so. There we go. And that's it, ready to print. Getting back to the install now. It's telling me to unpack the printer, open the door, and it's telling me to take all the bits out of the machine. I've already done that, so I can just continue through that part. As you can see, it's telling me how to install the paper. And again, it's telling me about setting time zones, and now it's going to ask me how I would like to connect the printer up to the computer. So I'm choosing the local connection via USB. And now it wants me to plug the cable in, so I'll do that now. The installation is asking me to wait while it does the install, and that's it, it's ready to use. And let's do a quick test with one of our samples. We can see lots of different settings. I'm going to go into quality. I'm going to ask to do it in photo mode just to see how good this machine can produce this sample. And hopefully, yes, it's getting hold of the document now. This is the first print that this machine has done, so it'll be interesting to see just how good it is. It's a fairly large file, so it did take a few seconds for the data to transfer over, but as you can see, once that data was transferred over, the printer was extremely quick, and I've got to say, pretty good. If you want to see this sample, then get in touch with us and we'll send one out to you. If you've got any further questions about the Lexmark CS310dn, then please call the sales team today on 0800 170 7234 or visit the website at www.printerbase.co.uk. I'm Nick, and thanks for watching.